And yes, it was all over Papoose. I'm referring to Remy, a Bronx battle rap queen who is now a tabloid headliner, and Claressa Shields, a two-time Olympic gold medalist who is now a reality TV star. What began as a birthday party turned into a full-on love affair in the hip-hop Fight Club edition when Remy and Claressa literally went toe-to-toe in what witnesses are calling the most violent celebrity brawl of the year. What could possibly go wrong, Chaos Agent, when these two are fighting for the same man in the same room on the same night with so many cameras pointed at them? But wait, was this a spontaneous argument or had it been months in the making? What are their hidden threats to leaded DNS and backstage confrontations that we didn't anticipate? And most importantly, why was Papoose just standing there with a red velvet cupcake while these two women attempted to knock each other into? We knew things were messy, and we knew Remy had been giving side-eye energy ever since Claressa Shields started floating around Papoose like a Hallmark movie villain with a boxing license. But nobody, no one, expected Remy. Next week, buckle up because the footage is crazy, the receipts are scandalous, and the drama it's giving WV beats daytime court TV with a sprinkle of hair pulling in high heels. It was supposed to be a low-key private celebration for Papoose's latest business venture. But Remy Smith, a Grammy-nominated rapper-loving mother, former jailbird turned motivational speaker, got into a full-on brawl with Claressa the GVU Shields at an upscale Detroit lounge at a VIP event with camera crews, influencers, and a full dessert table. Translation: his soft launch with Claressa has gone completely off. Let's fast forward to the rails. Papoose and Remy were once hip-hop royalty. A Brahms love story was created in studio sessions, conjugal visits, and bit ciphers. However, things began to fall apart the moment Claressa entered the chat. Her debut on the remix of one of Papoose's songs last year had everyone whispering, and when she casually shared a picture of herself sparring with Pap shirtless, glistening, holding pads as if they were engaged, it was over. According to our anonymous stylist source, Remy had already been planning behind the scenes. She allegedly hired a private investigator back in December after catching Papoose smiling too much in the group chat. Yes, it's always the group chat, and while Pap insisted that Claressa was just a friend helping him stay in shape, she initially tried to act cool, even liking a few of Claressa's posts and occasionally dropping the fire emoji. That didn't explain the private workouts, the overnight recovery ice baths, or the $8,000 Rolex he unintentionally gave her. But Remy is old school. She doesn't do messy back and forth, instead she does pull-ups. She performed pull-ups straight into the private venue in Detroit, dressed in all black as though she was filming a diss track, hair down and fists ready. Claressa, on the other hand, arrived composed, wearing a boxing robe adorned with diamonds, heels, and sipping Cass Amos. Juice Sis was content until Remy barged in screaming, "This is where you train my husband." Now let's stop right there because the word husband hits harder than a left hook. Technically, Remy and Papoose haven't officially announced a divorce. So even though Papoose has been licking around with Claressa like they're the new Jay and Bey, Remy still views herself as the wife. Not the ex. Tension is an understatement, according to one source who was at the event. The DJ said that as soon as Remy entered the room, everything changed. Even the LED lights began to flicker, as if the venue could sense the chaos. Then, when there was no turning back, Rem approached Claressa directly, looked her in the face and said, "Keep smiling, champ. You're going to be sipping that drink through a straw after tonight, baby." Claressa got to her feet and Rogue threw Vaseline in her bag just in case. Ceased talking, and even Papoose appeared to need a reboot. According to one witness, he muttered, "I just wanted to drop a mixtape, man," before retreating into the photo booth like Homer in the bushes. Then, without warning, Remy struck Claressa in the shoulder with her purse, allegedly a $4,000 designer clutch, rather than with a punch, and that was all it took for bell to ring. After one fight, Claressa lunged at Remy and the crowd. At one point, Remy yelled, "You can't have him, he's mine." Claressa responded, "Girl, he ain't even answering your texts." They didn't step in because it seemed like everyone was too busy filming for their Instagram stories. There were multiple shaky angles and shaky footage. Someone even captured it in cinematic mode because this generation doesn't stop chaos. They document it. Hair was pulled, nails were snapped. When Remy allegedly reached for a bottle of champagne, Claressa allegedly blocked it with a cake platter. Security then intervened like clockwork, but they were actually Claressa's cousins, so they essentially created a protective circle around her and dared to try again. Papoose, bless his bewildered soul, attempted to mediate the situation by stepping between them while holding a cupcake with a candle inside and mumbling, "Can we just talk? You can't make this stuff up," he said after being unintentionally bumped in the ribs by a panic party go holding crab legs. But guess what? That was only the beginning. What happened next would ignite the internet, cause a huge backlash, and even lead to 2 local Detroit council members calling for a citywide review of celebrity behavior. Yes, it's that serious. Let's discuss the fallout because as soon as the crowd dispersed like roaches as the security team set up their cousin-powered phalanx around Claressa. When the lights came on, phones were in the air and someone yelled, "Yo world star." In just 23 minutes, #RemyClaressa was trending #1 globally on Twitter, TikTok Threads, and somehow even Club Penguin's ghost servers. The video was so cinematic that we're talking about slow-motion hair flips, overhead angles and live footage. Comments from inebriated visitors. It seems that Ebo made a surprise pay-per-view. An anonymous partygoer, who currently has 2, posted one footage. "I verified this man's career and you think he done leave me for a rookie with gloves," cry 3 older men as they hold Remy back in a Fashion Nova deal with 4 million followers. Claressa can be heard laughing, tying her ponytail and drinking from a champagne flute as if she were filming a Real Housewives of Toledo promotional video. But wait, it gets better. As the videos went viral, so did the receipts. A few hours later, an alleged leaked text thread showing what looked to be Papoose messaging Claressa with messages like, "I need peace not pain, you're the calm in my storm, she's still using my Netflix password but I." The internet became a digital crime scene, and TikTok investigators went to great lengths to enhance screenshots that zoomed in on nail shapes that matched timestamps. Then someone leaked a voice note purportedly from Remy to a friend saying, "She thinks she got him but she only got him until I feel like taking him back, woo, pity and prophetic." Fans were devastated. As one viral tweet stated, Remy forgot that Claressa fought for her country, not for clout. That woman has golden fists and platinum patience. Speaking of fists, it's no surprise that she brought that same energy into a room where someone was allegedly spending time with her still technically husband. She has been involved in public feuds before, such as the infamous Sheather track, in which she surgically targeted Nicki Minaj. Shade Room ran the headline, Remy and Claressa Shields trade blows, Papoose left holding cake in regret, and Tunes reposted a still of Remy pointing a stiletto in Claressa's shoe. This was the new angle alert. A guest released security footage from the side door showing Claressa landing what appeared to be a clean uppercut into the air after Remy ducked. Remy missed too, but the commitment was 10 out of 10. Even Jake Paul commented on X's tweet, saying, "Claressa's got that jab, Remy better chill, I smell a celebrity boxing match, who trying to promote this?" However, the real tea came when Claressa shared a now-deleted Instagram story with the caption, "From the ring to the lounge it's on." It showed her sitting in a row with an ice pack on her shoulder calmly, mouthing the lyrics to Summer Walker's Karma with the caption, "I told him I don't fight over no man but I will respond when disrespected, know the difference, #bothered, #still standing." Ray's camp, on the other hand, went completely silent, posting only one crypt egg story with a black screen, a white heart, and the words "loyalty over everything." Despite this, the Remy Hive 1 fan page was still deleted. Even Lil Kim reposted a meme featuring Remy in a Mortal Kombat outfit with the text, "Choose your fighter, Bronx edition." If you thought that was messy, wait until you hear what was actually happening behind the scenes at the venue. This is a 9-minute conspiracy breakdown on YouTube titled, "Claressa Was Always Jealous. 10 Signs Remy Should Have Swung Sooner." Receipts inside. Claressa reportedly remained composed until Remy bumped her shoulder on the way out, muttering, "I'd give you 6 months before he's back home." The source claims that the altercation didn't start in the lounge but rather in the hallway near the restrooms, where Remy cornered her and whispered, "You smiling a lot for someone about to lose their veneers." That's when security caught wind and tried to separate them, but it was already too late because by the time they made it back into the main event room, Remy was locked in, hair tied back like it was 2005, and she was still walking through the Bronx with temps and an attitude. Oh, and the cake gone destroyed in the scuffle. A local bakery even posted on Facebook, "We spent 13 hours making that $5,000 Remy and Pap themed frosting." Claressa's PR team immediately began spinning the story, reaching out to fight promoters and hinting at a possible Remy vs. Claressa's Shield celebrity charity boxing match. Sources say Claressa is down, but Ray's team responded with a single word: lawsuit. "We're devastated, but you know who wasn't shocked? It had edible gold and chocolate boxing gloves, and someone knocked it into a speaker. Getting legal now because, although Remy may have swung first, her team argued that she was emotionally provoked and that the venue staff should have known better than to invite both women to the same event. This is where things get really shady, according to an anonymous insider who says Papoose planned the whole thing to increase interest in his next project. It seems he had been looking at a reality TV series pilot that would show him and Claressa and Remy in a romantic relationship. If the triangle storyline title in The Ring of Love Papoose punchlines and heartlines are accurate, it would indicate that this whole catastrophe was planned rather than unplanned. However, if that is the case, someone neglected to inform Remy because that swing was not acting. It was decadent long frustration, betrayal, and bronze rage wrapped in a 5-inch stiletto, and the public was split like never before, with comment sections turning into battlegrounds and Team Remy calling her the only real one in. The majority of the memes of Team Papoose show him looking perplexed while clutching that lone cupcake and muttering, "I just wanted to drop a mixtape." Team Claressa claims that she didn't swing first and kept it classy until it was time to stop. You can already tell there would be fire with this amount of smoke because, if you thought the fight was done, you're mistaken. That was only the first round. What happened following the party would send shockwaves through the. Just when you thought the night couldn't get any worse, the Detroit Police Department arrived at the lounge 45 minutes late and 5 punches short. By that time, Remy had already stormed out through the kitchen exit, allegedly knocking over a tray of shrimp skewers, and Claressa was cooling off in the VIP hooker room as if she hadn't just gone 12 rounds with the rap legend, but the damage has been done and the internet is unforgiving. The story was picked up by several news outlets with headlines like, "Gloves Offa vs Claressa Shields ends in blood cake and broken dreams vibe." Papoose's love triangle blows up in Detroit, and security blames the poor lighting complex. Remind may be breaking probation after the lounge fight. The Shadow Room looks into that. Yes, Remy's lawyers were on full damage control the following morning, according to a source near her camp. Told Page 6 that she was extremely embarrassed by the fight and regretted allowing her feelings to control her. However, another insider denied this, stating that Remy had told her to swing harder. Meanwhile, Claressa's team filed a formal complaint alleging assault with intent to harm, citing video footage, witness accounts, and a broken acrylic nail that scratched her eyelid. According to legal experts, this could potentially put Remy in hot water. She has been working to rebrand herself as a responsible adult and black excellence mogul. But throwing hands at a lounge over a man who fumbles freestyles isn't the comeback story her PR team was hoping for. But wait, it gets deeper because the following Monday, Papoose himself went on Instagram Live, looking like he hadn't slept in 72 hours, with dark eyes and a hoodie on the background. His words were, "Oh just the." He went on to say, "I still love Remy but I care deeply for Claressa. I'm caught in the middle. I'm not perfect but I'm real. This is the most Papoose thing ever. I never wanted this. I wanted peace, I wanted music, I wanted my ladies to coexist, sir. You wanted a cipher, not a cage match. Let's be serious." The UDACIT in less than 10 minutes, that latest stream attracted 1.3 million people. Fat Joe even jumped into the mess, calling for peace in the culture during a live session with DJ Envy, but he unintentionally let it slip that he was homing that cupcake like it was his last remaining masculinity. This wasn't because people were feeling sorry for him, but rather because the comment section turned into the Hunger Games, bro. You can't manage one mixtape and you try to manage 2 queens. Blink twice if you're afraid of both. When Remy learned about that clip, she allegedly shared a story of her old mug shot with the caption, "Shay hands I got history, let's see who the judge listens to." Papoose may have been living with Claressa for the past 3 months, which only confirmed what fans already suspected. Pap was playing both sides. The tension was palpable over the Wi-Fi, and although Claressa remained silent, her manager let. In a very measured statement, Ms. Shields stated that she is focused on her training career and legacy. She does not use violence unless authorized by a boxing commission, but she is allowed to defend herself. She is professional, clean, and has enough shade to block out the sun. Speaking of commissions, the Michigan State Athletic Board said in a statement that it is currently investigating possible unlicensed combative behavior. Basically, if you fight and you're a professional boxer, it can legally be considered using a weapon. Therefore, yes, Claressa might also be subject to disciplinary action. Now let's talk endorsement deals. Ray's partnership with a high-end wig company halted Claressa's upcoming campaign with a major sportswear company, which was allegedly put on hold. Papoose's reality show pitch was reportedly put on hold because, according to insiders, VH1 said it was too toxic for their brand. Miami, the network that introduced us to hip-hop and love. Then, get ready, someone leaked security camera footage from inside the lounge. It shows a woman screaming, "I don't care if she got belts, I got bars." Glass breaking and what sounds like a man whispering, "Don't hit her face, it's still healing," are heard after that. The audio is examined by online investigators as if it were a leaked Taylor Swift album. The most bizarre part is that Remy was supposed to appear on The Breakfast Club that same week, but Charlemagne reportedly cancelled the taping after security noticed a potential retaliation plan involving boxing gloves being delivered to the studio beforehand. No one has confirmed it yet, but sources claim that you can even hear Papoose subtly humming Alphabetical Slaughter in the background. Now let's zoom out. This whole mess isn't just about Remy and Claressa. It's about ego, love triangles, and the fact that when two strong women are forced into a pitiful storyline for the public's amusement and the confused rapper's indecision, someone's wig and someone's future will be stolen. The gloves were bedecked and embroidered with the word wifey. Coincidence, you decide. One thing is certain though, the internet has taken sides and this feud has become a movement. The hashtags are wild, #teamercut, #Bronx bombarded, #Popliospic, #note over cupcake drama. Some fans say that perhaps Remy snapped because no one was respecting her status, while others contend that Claressa didn't provoke anything. She just existed. What we do know is that this fight has changed everything. Alliances have been shattered, reputations have been bruised, and Papoose is reportedly staying with a cousin in Jersey until things settle down. Would he all survive that? If you're still breathing after this level of secondhand embarrassment, heartbreak, and viral chaos, then we don't know what will happen next. Will Remy press charges, will Claressa sue for defamation, or will Papoose release a diss track directed at himself? Papoose may be the calm in the storm, but he is the storm. He managed to fumble two queens, destroy a $5,000 cake, and still act like the victim. Someone should check on that. We just watched an Olympic champion and a bronze rap legend turn a lounge into a wrestling arena over a man holding a $3 cupcake. And for what a mixtape, a situationship, a man who still rhymes loyalty with royalty in every song. The real investigators, the keyboard warriors, the dubious detectives of TikTok and Twitter, are now our turn. What do you think? Was Remy justified? Did she go too far? Did Claressa play it cool, or is she the real villain in boxing gloves? Most importantly, should Papoose be prohibited from hosting events for the remainder of 2025? Please share your theories in the comments section below. Always have more knowledge than the FBI. This was a gossip spill vibe where the drama is always hot and the facts are kind of optional. If you want more exclusive dramatic breakdowns and scandalous storytelling that will make you clutch your pearls and question your life choices, make sure you like and subscribe. The upcoming expose.